What's up, everybody? Happy Saturday, or whenever you happen to be listening to this. I'm just excited that I'm actually home, capable of watching the damn things and recording something after a race. Hopefully, I get through it all tonight. So I'm not dropping six of these on you guys over a 10-minute span. So I'm excited. But good race, Talladega for the ARCA Menards Series. General Tire 200 is exactly, what you expect from an ARCA race. There's normally by the end of it, on plate tracks, two or three defined groups, packs of cars with, you can tell the really good ones and then that, and then that, and there's different ones. So it's exactly what I thought going into it. Not the worst thing I've seen. Obviously it's not the greatest racing you'll ever see in your life, but I mean, this series just to get people started or, get experience to wind down, their careers. Like there's a lot of things, but it's really, to build people and get them experience beforehand. So, it's not going to be the greatest thing ever. The cars aren't there, all of that, but they still put on great races and I liked it. Going into the race, we had 16 straight different winners at Talladega in the ARCA Menards Series, which is just terrifying to think that many straight years they've managed to pull off a different winner. And going into it, the only previous winner in the field was Gus Dean, which means the odds are pretty damn good going into it that we are going to see a new winner regardless, which is just, again, terrifying and amazing, impressive all at the same time. That, the racing obviously, is, chaotic, big wrecks, all that, but 16 straight without getting a repeat winner. It's not like they run there twice a year. They're like, that's actually fairly impressive. So everyone should, at least give the respect to that. That's a long list and will, it's nothing you're going to see in any of the other series. So pretty cool. I'm glad they got the entire thing in, do them dirty because I'm still pissed about the bullshit last year. Let's be honest. Cutting it early because, they had red flags. They can get the whole pre-race festivities in for the Xfinity series. So they cut them before they finished, like 10, 12, 8, something like that. When they could have ran those and then still got everything they had to for the Xfinity series. But they cut it so they can make sure they got that, which I thought was complete and utter BS. I thought they deserved better. I thought the fans, the teams, the drivers, the sponsors, everyone deserved better. I thought it was a bad look. So thankfully they got it all in this time. Granted, there wasn't a big, a lot of big red flag stuff. So now it's easier to get it all in. But I was saying, General Tire 276 laps, race break at halfway point of the race. You're around per the usual. They always do it there so everyone can get everything done that they have to, non competitive. It makes it simpler because, again, you can see what it's like when, the top tier guys in NASCAR don't have their, normal teams there. It's not fair at all. So for them to do that, I was completely okay. They do it all the time. Again, top tier guys go up there and they do what they can with the money they have in the ARCA. It's not as lucrative. It really isn't, no matter what you say. But Austin Cindric was in the booth with Phil Parsons and Jamie Little. Did a great job. I enjoy Austin when he's in the booth. Feels good. And Jamie, is Jamie Little. She's fantastic. I think she deserves more opportunities than just the ARCA Menards Series in the booth. And she looked good doing it as usual. Taylor Gray on pole, but had to start in the rear because of issues before the race, which put Jesse Love as the control car at the beginning of it. Amber Balcan was fifth, starting. And, looked good while she was in the race. Again, she was in a Venturini car, and we all know what they do at play tracks. They're always there. Always. Who won today? They're always there. So that was, it was good to see her be in that thing and still, do what she's supposed to, because we do see people in good equipment kind of run like shit. So it was good to see Tony Breidinger started 19th. And so, some things happening here and there. It sucked. Daytona winner Greg Van Alst out early on lap 17 after the 69 of Scott Melton faded down into him. Like they're all right there by the double yellow line where they shouldn't have been anyway, which caused extra stupid, but hard hit, sucked. He was leading the points. He was doing good, but he got out of it okay. Amber Balcan out at the same time, mechanical failure. You saw her like bump and she faded back as everyone around her and all that started. So damn shame because she was running good. And again, Venturini car. She didn't wreck. She was going to be right up there with a chance, but happens to the best of them. Everyone, has bad luck every once in a while. So can't do anything with it. Big one on the restart after that. Bear with me, a big name involved was the 27 of Tim Richmond, which that still has to be, had to be a struggle to try to get into NASCAR with the name Tim Richmond, but all the power to him. Good story. talented too. So sucks to see that. 48 of Brad Smith, 57, 100 Deschantel. There we go. 63 of Logan Mizuraka, caught up in it. 66 of John Garrett, 74 of Mandy Chick, and the 97 of Jason Kitzmiller. Again, someone went sideways before the line, looked like they had an issue, came back, and then, it just caused mayhem as they were coming to the line. We've all seen it. We've seen it non-plate tracks this year at the Cup Series. So absolutely sucked, but it is what it is at this point. There's nothing you can do about it. But took out a lot of cars. There's a bunch of other accidents and single car stuff after that. So that sucked. And then we got down to the usual. It always comes down to it at the end. I can say always 90% of the time it comes down to what we all know, the 8-car breakaway where they're just by themselves in a whole different stratosphere at the end of these ARCA races on plate tracks. Again, you can tell where the best cars are because they're eons ahead of the next pack. And, sadly, no one wanted to try to make a move. Very few people tried to make a move, and no one really went with them. So it was really easy for Jesse Love to get the win. Granted, he led 35 of the 76, so he dominated, and he deserved it. It's just, no one really seemed to want to do anything, which is, if I wish they would, try more in the ARCA series at the end of these things and maybe take some away from, the Cup Xfinity and truck guys who try too much and cause just stupid after stupid after stupid, which is why we have so many overtimes. If we could find a happy balance, that'd be great. But good for Jesse Love again, dominated the thing, led almost half the race, and we got to see a 17th straight different winner at Talladega for the ARCA Menards Series, which is just mesmerizing to think about. That's just, I know people that aren't even 17. 17 years ago, I was graduating high school and joining the Marine Corps. Olay. Stuff like that. It's just amazing to think that it goes all the way back to there. But teammate Gus Dean was second, made sure no one got by him. Brett Holmes third. Andres Perez de Lara fourth. A great run, not used to run on these big tracks. So to get a fourth, keep it clean, and to be up in that top pack is fantastic. Sean Core fifth. Jack Wood, we see run, KBM, do some truck races, is sixth. Taylor Gray seventh. Scott Melton eighth. He was the one that sadly came down and got Greg Van Alst to go around. But again, they were all behind the yellow line anyway. But he salvaged an eighth. Frankie Muniz ninth. Jason White 10th. Tony Bryden got a 12th, kept her nose clean. And there's no way she was getting really any higher than that, just the way the packs were. So good run for her. Frankie Muniz also took over the point lead over Greg Van Alst because of those issues. Second straight top 10 for Frankie. That's really impressive stuff. To go into Phoenix and get one there, hometown, complete, and 2 plate tracks, to walk away from that with, as good as he ran at Daytona. Again, dumb things happen, but he had a good run at Daytona and 2 top 10s at a place like Phoenix and then Talladega. That's promising. It's really, cool to see, see him as the points leader right now. Is just the weirdest thing. I never thought I'd actually be saying that one when I was watching Malcolm in the Middle as a child, but I really dig it. I'm excited for it. And hopefully he keeps, at it because he's super talented. I always knew he won all those Pro-Am things and, had that win and some things. I just, again, just because of his age, once they hit a certain age, no one thinks they're getting into NASCAR. So even if it is only ARCA, it's really cool to see. So good on him. And moral of the story, I just wish the racing was better at the end. Nothing you could do about it. I was more thankful to see people at least, pretending like they were trying to make moves there the last half of the last lap there over, people just being dumb and doing dumb things and causing a million overtimes. I like that, 1,000% of the time, but at least try, because you can see people were trying, come 2 to go, 3 to go, and people just weren't willing to go with people, and so no one could get a good run, and it's why we got the finish that we did. But it was still good racing, and the person that had the best car all day got the win. So not a lot of things you can complain about there. Not too shabby. We got to see the whole thing. Jamie Little was good. People ran good. Frankie Muniz did good. Didn't see, a million overtimes and that many, wrecked cars just from blatant stupid. There are a lot of tire things, one car people, not really a lot of bad, red flags or anything. So good to see it. I enjoyed it. Again, for an ARCA race, it was what you'd expected it to be. So if you know what to expect, not that bad. And a shout out to Ember Balkan. It sucks she got taken out so early, but running a Venturini car at a plate track, I would have liked to see what she could do in it. Just because, again, go back and just look at the Venturini cars and how many ARCA races they win on plates tracks. It's a lot. So sucked to see, it end that way, but yeah, good racing overall. So that's where, I'm going to leave it. I don't want to say too many good things about NASCAR because Xfinity Series race is coming up, and they have a tendency of making really dumb decisions at Talladega. So we'll see where it goes. But, you know, just know there's more coming. Again, the Xfinity episode's going to come out when it's done. As long as it's done, I can get, Supercrosses tonight too. So those are probably going to come out, be there by the time you're, at least at the end of the day when you're done listening to this. If you listen to it on Saturday, they should be there and ready to go. So be checking out them because I'm going to be doing one for every race like I have been for a while. I just think it's easier and saves a lot of time. And I can give the series, the time and respect it needs instead of trying to rush through everything because I really just didn't enjoy doing that. But check out the rest of the shows because there's a lot. Check out the socials. Again, Racing Rosinski on TikTok, Racing with Jesse Rosinski everywhere else, Facebook, Instagram. It's Racing Rosinski on Twitter. So check it out there because I do live stuff during all the stuff, post the shows there, all the links. Check out the Substack because I share everything onto that as well. I enjoy writing the stuff. I get to write about different stuff that I don't cover here. And, newsletter. And I do, again, write stuff for this as well. But, they work very well together. So I appreciate all that. And the show is available Apple Podcasts, Spotify for podcasters / Anchor, whatever the link comes up as. I know the picture, Spotify for podcasters, but it's still called Anchor. So it's one of those, good pods, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, Audible, YouTube, Rumble, Cloud Hub, BitChute, the last two. Just, if it's brand new, I'll put it on there because I can't schedule there. So I don't put them out. But check them all out, especially the Substack and all that. Share the hell out of everything. I appreciate all of you. There's some good racing yet to come. I'm excited for it. You'll hear about it all. And until we meet again, guys, bye. I'm out. Peace.